Hello there guys and girls, this is the Prussian Prince. Winner Rome 2 tournament match. It's going to be my match against Highamacus of Sith clan. And I'm from Agony clan. Or rather in the Agony clan, not from. Anyway, first matchup is on Nemetasena. I picked the map and the faction. I went for Royal Scythia. And here's my build. 3 Scythian noblewomen on my right flank. Then I have 5 Scythian Amazonian riders on my left flank. I also have a bunch of steppe noble lancers, 2 on each flank and then 2 in the center with my general unit. He is a commander. So I have 3, 4, 5 Thracian warriors as well. As for my opponent, Highamacus. Oh, also I picked winter because my units have resistance to cold. That was one thing I did. To make sure that I have higher chances of victory, and I believe his don't. But even if they do, I'm alright with it because I'm gonna be kiting more than he does. Anyway, here is his build. So he does have on each flank, he has a slave slinger with a mercenary peltist. Then in the center, a slave slinger. In terms of cavalry, he has 2 Illyrian cavalry. Good choice to bring just 2 of them. We also see that he brought 6 Illyrian noble hoplites. Again, very good choice. You want to do that pretty much in every game, I suppose. It's not a bad choice at all. We see he has 2 Illyrian hoplites as well. So basically 6 nobles and 2 regular hoplites. Pretty strong core. We also see 3 axe warriors, and that is basically the build. And you can see that the game is pretty long, so I'm going to start fast forwarding it. But my plan this game was to get the angles that I need to shoot at his noble hoplites. However, won't work as well as I think it would, as I thought it would, and you're gonna see why soon enough. Trying to skirmish around, trying to get my horse archers. It's got mercenary peltists over here, slave slingers. Trying to make sure that I send my horse archers at a good angle, and here I get some insane shots off onto this unprotected side of the Illyrian noble hoplite and continue to do so. So despite killing only 4 guys, it's 4 significant casualties. He's also lost some HP. Soon enough, I'm going to target this one unit because it's not really protected, I believe. Anyway, so I'm going to move up the Scythian Amazonian rider over here, see if I can do damage. Okay, I don't know if I got another volley off, but so far I think it's going perfectly for me. It's just the beginning though. Here getting more shots off. Same over here. I killed 3 Illyrian hoplites. That's very good for me. Some more shots off into the flank of this Illyrian hoplite. So many of them die. I'm gonna do the same over here. Gonna get some shots off here. Just 1 shot off and got back. Didn't lose any of my horse archers yet, I feel. So this is, I think so. This is pretty good. Going to continue kiting around. I lost 1, so that's not perfect, but now I've got 2 horse archers that I'm going to use against this unit. Now he's making a huge weird box or something. Like, I'm just moving up my horse archers to... Yeah, look, he's super disorganized right now. I think his group's just messed up this game a lot. Here I do get a charge off, but not the best charge. I have to pull out. Gonna get more charges. Whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna get more charges off over here. And pulling out pretty quickly. I think I pulled out a little bit too early here because I only got 1 kill in here, 27, and lost a lot. Here also not worth it actually. Pretty bad for me. Here I do get 18 kills, but still not worth it. Gonna get my steppe noble lancers in though. And his units have lost a lot of HP. So right now I'm pretty confident. I've got this noble lancer here. I'm gonna send in this Thracian warrior over here because I know it can finish off that damaged Illyrian noble hoplite, especially with some noble lancer support. Got Scythian Amazonian riders coming into support as well. The steppe noble lancer for me is preparing to go into the Illyrian noble hoplites. Here I'm thinking about going in with my general against the mercenary peltists, but I think he pulls them back, which is when I decide not to go for it. There we go. Don't want to take that engagement. I get a nice charge off over here into the Illyrian noble hoplite, doing so much damage. I don't pull quickly enough, or maybe I do, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not exactly sure on the timing of pulling out. So here I'm trying to go in again. I got into his slave slingers actually, and I'm going to start trying to disengage at some point. So here I'm gonna go into his mercenary peltas with a step noble lancer. Very good engagement for me. I have to disengage very quickly though, otherwise my unit could get destroyed by javelins. That it does. It loses so many men to javelins. And here I'm gonna pull back as well. Still though, this game I think is looking pretty good for me at this point. I'm gonna try and get to the mercenary peltasts. But he's got units here, and I'm going to disengage. I don't want to take too much damage. I've got my horse archers in position again, doing damage to the Illyrian cavalry here, killing a lot of them. Got step noble lancers over here as well, and here too. So I think it's going pretty well for me at this point. But I don't pull out in time with my cavalry, which is why I lose a lot of them. Again, not quite sure on the timing. Sometimes I pull back too early, and other times I pull out too quickly. So here, nice engagement for me. I'm gonna kill this noble hoplite. Only 28 kills. Basically, a Thracian warrior is going to completely destroy this unit, especially with another charge for my shock cav unit. Here, I'm trying to skirmish as much as possible, but I'm on a timer, so like I know I have to start engaging soon because it's 40 minutes and I can't take my time to do what I want with 40 minutes, unlike 60 minutes. And even 60 minutes. Can't always do what I want to do in 60 minutes. So here I'm going to start kiting away with Amazonian riders. I've lost a bunch of them though. But still, the damage on his noble hoplites, except this unit, is pretty significant. 96 here. He's lost some here as well. Basically, his units are fairly damaged, except this unit and this unit. So now this unit is gonna start taking even more damage right now. I like that he's spreading them out a lot. This is making them less susceptible to missiles. That's a very good move by him, in fact. But I think at this point I can just fast forward again because not much is going on. I'm still skirmishing like crazy, trying to use all the ammo I have. Look at this Illyrian noble hoplite taking so much damage. Here I don't know what kind of orders I give because these guys just mess up completely. Not quite sure what I did there. That was pretty bad. His general unit is in huge peril though. I was hoping to snipe it, but I couldn't. So I'm still trying to skirmish as much as I can, but I'm starting to run out of ammo on my horse archers, which is a shame. But the thing is, he's only got 2 slaves. He's actually... Yeah, he only has 2 slave slingers at this point, so he can't cover every angle. Which is very, very good for me, of course. Scythian Amazonian riders doing more damage. Not the best angle, though. Here, I'm gonna try and get them in. Done a significant damage to this Illyrian hoplite, and it's facing the wrong way, so that's why I'm targeting it right now, I feel. Look at it, it's taking so much damage. It's just looking at the wrong side. Now I'm coming in with noble women again, going to get some shots off frontally into Illyrian noble hoplites, but they've already taken HP damage, so they're gonna lose even more men here. I do get shot, I believe, just barely. I'm gonna move up again over here, pull back, gonna move in more Thracian warriors. And I'm doing more damage here, but not the best though. Not the best by me. I'm gonna pull out again. I'm sending Scythian noblewoman, trying to get to his right side again. Very nice, and I dodged the arrows as well, but I think my unit stopped here. I might have... Yeah, again, huge mistake here. I don't know why I didn't pull him away in time. Can get some rear shots here into the noble hoplite. This is very good. It's actually not doing any damage though. Not quite sure why. And you can see the balance of power doesn't really say anything though, because I have all these Thracian warriors that can maul his units, especially considering how much damage they've taken. I'm starting to lose more and more horse archers, but I still have some ammo, and look at all his Illyrian noble hoplites. Most of them have, a lot of them have actually taken significant damage. This one, they've lost some men here and some men here, so it means their HP has been lowered. Here I make a mistake and I get my guys caught and killed. Now this is a mistake by him though, because it means I can get my cavalry in. See the step noble lancers charging into his mercenary peltasts. pretty clean charge here, also hitting his Illyrian hoplites, doing massive damage. Now I'm going to pull out the cavalry. I'm targeting his Illyrian cavalry here because I want it off the field. It's taking a lot of damage, down to 26 men, 25. I'm gonna start moving up from all angles. Here I've got Thracian warriors. They're gonna engage mercenary peltasts, and they're gonna have no trouble whatsoever killing mercenary peltasts. And again, my horse archer is doing massive damage against the Illyrian cavalry. It's going to die without a problem here. Again, some weird charge bugs though. And here I'm gonna try and get into his mercenary peltasts, but this charge isn't too great. I'm gonna start moving from all angles now. Here the Thracians will have no problem against this Illyrian cavalry. Gonna start disengaging my cavalry overall. As you can see, this Illyrian hoplite will be destroyed by Thracian warriors, though he's gonna move in, and I'm trying to flank around here. Gonna start changing my attack orders because he's moving in with other units. Here I've gone to charge off into Illyrian noble hoplites, but I believe I pulled back a little bit too late. Very nice charge here into the axe warriors. This Thracian will win without a problem. Same here too. It's doing really well against axes. So I'm gonna go. I was thinking about charging frontally into Illyrian noble hoplites, but then I'm like, nope, let's not do this. Thracian warriors destroying axe warriors. Thracian warriors here destroying noble hoplites as well. Gonna start disengaging with my noble lancers here. Start hitting his rear. I activate raised banners. So did he, I believe. He activated the hoplite phalanx, which means he can brace, but he can't do damage while I'm pulling out. So that's why I'm pulling out. Here as well, I've got my Scythian noblewomen entangled with his units, but this is gonna be another charge by me. These guys should get some kills, or rather, women. Getting a bunch of kills, but not really any on the noble hoplites though, which is unfortunate. They're really tanky units. Now they're starting to fall though. I'm gonna get some more charges here into his noble hoplites from like the flanks. These units are starting to not do too well. My Thracians have gotten a lot of kills engaging with axes and hoplites, so they've done very well for themselves. Here too is noble hoplite. I mean, the Thracian warriors will lose to the noble hoplite, but they're gonna do a decent amount of damage to the noble hoplite. Here I'm gonna disengage my Thracian warriors because I see that he is in hoplite phalanx again. He actually turned off hoplite phalanx, which is a good move by him, but now it means I'm just gonna be able to get more free charges on him. And here this unit of mercenary peltasts is out of position, so I can charge into it. Thracian warriors in the center routing, but at this point I just want to get this unit off the field. Deal with those guys here later, because he's got a pretty full unit of noble hoplites on the field, so I don't want to. I can't really route that off the field right now. However, I need to stop him from flanking my Thracian warriors. And my general hasn't really lost anything, but he's gotten a lot of kills. I've stopped the charge with the Amazonian riders. Now I can get the rear charge into his axe warriors and Draco. Should have used Draco earlier actually, but oh well. My Thracians here engaging kind of awkwardly though. Still though, killing the noble hoplites, step noble lancers here, charging the rear of noble hoplites, doing so much damage to them. Got that more units on the field as well, and that is game. So a pretty decisive game one, I suppose. Ro16 against RDI. I mean, he got some kills on hoplites, but nowhere near enough. Axe warriors did a surprising amount of work against Thracian warriors, considering how much damage they took in the beginning. Slave slingers and mercenary peltasts got a huge amount of kills. Again, surprisingly, Illyrian hoplites didn't do too much. Illyrian cavalry either, but Illyrian cavalry did damage my cavalry. So, still, bringing Illyrian cavalry is not a bad choice. If you bring only 2 of them, it's all right. Again, the Thracians helped me win this battle. They did a lot of damage. My shock cavalry kind of didn't do too much. In fact, it was kind of wasted, but it was the horse archers that won me the game. As you can see here, so much damage done by them. But anyway, that was game 1. I'll see you guys in game 2. So this is game 2 on Alexandria. I'm playing as Lusitania and he's playing as Rome. And my build is, I would say, fairly powerful one, considering the max 8 of the same unit type rule in this tournament. So with max 8 of the same unit type, you kind of have to get like 8 really good swords. let's see. Let's see. Again, I have 4 Scutari Cav backing up my center. 2 Cantabrian Cav on my left flank with my general, as with an Iberian, also an Iberian skirmisher. Then you see that I have on the flanks 2 Lusitani nobles, on each flank I mean. And I have a front line of 4 veteran shield warriors. And that would basically be it. Oh, my general is a strategist. His general is Caesar, actually. I'm gonna fast forward this because, as you can see, it's a pretty damn long game. But his main line is pretty powerful, I should say. Pretty damn powerful. He's gonna move up with Saucy Equitus, trying to scout. I'm gonna scout at some point too. Again, can't really go over his build. I'm scouting his build though right now because I want to see what he's got. I see he's got veterans and he's got evocatis as well. So now I'm moving on my left flank with Cantabrian Cav. It's going to be pretty big over here, so I'm going to start pausing it. Not pausing it, but playing it at normal speed. See my Cantabrian getting some excellent shots off onto his Saucy Equitus, doing a good amount of HP damage. So let's fast forward it again. Cantabrian Cav is pretty cool to weaken the enemy cavalry. So I'm gonna continue using them, and I'm gonna, at some point, I'm gonna scout the whole map, basically, I think. I'm gonna pull back over here. I do take some unnecessary casualties, though, not in terms of losing men, but just taking HP losses. So here I'm pulling back my Cantabrian cavalry. I'm gonna try and do more work with them. Didn't really get anything done on the Saucy Equitus, like in terms of actual kills, just HP damage so far. So I'm gonna try and keep disengaging them. I'm gonna try and keep using them. They're active, so I'm just resting them right now. Here I try and engage his unit with support of veteran shield warriors because they would win that, but he did not accept the bait, so he pulled back his unit. Here I think I got some decent shots off. No, I didn't, and I'm gonna try and go in here. So he's gonna actually pull back, and here I'm like, okay, you're pulling back, well then. We'll see about that. I'm also pulling back here. I'm taking HP damage on my Lusitani nobles. That's not good. Syrian archers, they're doing lots of work, and here he makes a huge mistake with the Saucy Equitus. Just look at those guys, down to 52 men. This is massive over here. And here I also make a problem. I mean, here I also make a mistake, not a problem. I shoot the Vigiles, that's not good for me. But here comes some rear shots in the Saucy Equitus. Over here, they're gonna start dropping it even more. Just look at this unit dropping because of the 41 missile damage on Cantabrian Cav. That is pretty insane. They're quite strong units. So here, I'm gonna continue trying to annoy the hell out of Saucy Equitus, but they're down to 46, as you can see here. They've taken an insane amount of damage. I can actually probably go over his main line, but we don't see his whole force yet, though. So he does have, I believe he has 2 Syrians, but yeah, he does have 2 Syrians on the field. Again, his general is Caesar. He does have some Saucy Equitus, 3 of those. No, 3 Saucy Equitus and a Legionary Cav, I think. Not sure. Then you can see his front line over here. He's got 3 veteran legionaries and 4 veteran legionaries and 2 evocatis. He also has some Vigiles on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4 probably, or 3, not sure. 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. I'm still skirmishing around with Cantabrian Cav, but at some point I took javelins from veteran legionaries. I wasted some javelins here, though, which was very good. I mean, I'm gonna try and continue annoying the hell out of his Saucy Equitus, though. Look, they're down to 41 now. Previously they were at 46, so I've done insane amounts of damage to his Saucy Equitus. And as you can see, the battle is going to start soon. Now I'm giving some orders to target his Saucy Equitus. But I can't because these units are quite buggy when you have Fire at Will off. But if you have Fire at Will on, they're fire at the closest unit generally. So I hate how the unit actually works. But here I'm like, okay, you're going in with Vigiles, so I might charge you, but no, then he stops, so I'm gonna continue pulling back. And here I'm like, okay, this engagement here should be very, very good for me. So I go in, I'm gonna get my cavalry in first to blunt his charge, and he doesn't even get Pila off onto my Scutari Cav, so I feel like this is really good for me. But actually his cavalry does get through into my Lusitani nobles. And here actually the same, like this, it gets through somehow through my Scutari cavalry, even though I had an attack order on them. That's pretty weird. Engagement is going to start here. I get a nice cav charge with Scutari, but actually they get stuck somehow. And now they're going to die, but this does allow me to get in my Lusitani nobles with an uninterrupted charge, so I think that was alright for me. Now I'm going to continue flanking his units. I get some nice jabs off onto Highamacus over here. However, he does throw some jabs into my unit here. Lusitani nobles here are actually headhunted, which was a bad idea because this is not a general unit. Just too used to doing it. But here I don't know actually what's happening because my Lusitani nobles are losing this engagement. Despite me, like they're kind of getting grinded down in this blob against two veteran legionaries. Here, Highamacus losing to Lusitani nobles, mismicro by him. Here too, he's losing his legionary cavalry. Veteran shield warriors, I'm charging them into Vigiles. Vigiles won't really hold for much longer. I've got Scutari Cav coming around, but I forgot about this unit. I should have sent it to kill the Syrian archers. Here I'm gonna kill off his Highamacus. Here his other unit does die too. I'm gonna get veteran shield warriors to charge in here actually. And Vigiles aren't looking too good. So overall right now I feel like the game is going very, very well. Then my general starts dying very, very quickly. Not quite sure why it's dying so quickly. But I'm doing some rear charges with Scutari Cav. I'm gonna go in with another Scutari Cav, but these units fail to rout. Look, it's red morale for this unit, but it's not really routing yet, unfortunately for me. Veteran legionaries here do get into my veteran shield warriors, so they will win. But I'm gonna get some more rear charges off with Scutari Cav. Here my Lusitani nobles are kind of losing, but got another unit of Lusitani nobles able to support. Here I'm going to disengage again with Scutari Cav, and my Lusitani nobles here are actually tanking pretty well, but my general isn't for some reason. Not quite sure why that is the case. I'm gonna rear charge again with veteran shield warriors. You can see I charged his flank with one and then I got in with another one, but for some reason the charge was stopped. I saw that, and so I gave another attack order. Pretty weird. But again, it's not routing these units. Like, they're very close to routing, but they're not. Now I get into his general again, but his general has been a beast. Starting to fire with the Syrian archers into actually the protected side of my Lusitani nobles, so I'm quite alright with that. Not quite sure why Windows is still giving me weird noises. Not quite sure what is actually getting disconnected. Anyway, over here I'm going to rear charge his veteran legionaries. I'm still flanking around, and I'm even rear charging his Facatis with Iberian skirmishers. Actually, this isn't really rear charging. Once again, I'm getting into his Syrian archers, and my Scutari Cav is losing horribly to his Legatus, unfortunately for me. And here I'm going to get more and more charges. Look at this veteran legionary. It's going to get rear charged by me, so this should be an easy win for my veteran shield warriors. Over here, though, for some reason my Lusitanian nobles are losing so many men against veteran legionaries, despite getting charges off. Cantabrian Cav here doing a lot of work, but it's actually going to lose the Syrian archers in melee, and he still has the Syrian archers despite me committing so much cav to kill them. Here I do another rear charge with Iberian skirmishers, but it's not really enough. I have to continue sending my unit. My Lusitanian noble is starting to die, and only 109 kills, and that's against veteran legionaries. That's not enough. That's not cost effective at all. Not quite sure what happened there. I'm gonna continue going in with Iberian skirmishers to rear charge this Avocati, who now has 107 kills. These units are wavering, so I feel like they might rout. And here I decide, okay, like his unit is gonna charge me, but he didn't. So I'm gonna disengage here. Still though, this unit is routed off the field. I've won this flank, and I can't beat this one unit, this one Avocati. And here my Lusitanian noble is actually going to die to the Avocati. My Cantabrian cavalry is losing to his general. Again, his general has done so much work. It's killed like 3 cavalry units that have tried to get to his archers. Now my skirmishers don't have more ammo left, so at this point I just decide to chase them off the field. Chase his archers off the field with Iberian skirmishers. Now my Lusitania nobles do get targeted, and at this point it's looking really, really grim for me. And again, not quite sure why. I thought I took a decent engagement, but not sure where exactly it went wrong. And I dealt with his cavalry fairly well, I think, anyway. So here, the Lusitania nobles, they're gonna be routed off the field, losing 2 Highamacus. These Highamacus have just done so much work. Look at them, no, not these ones, but these ones over here. 188 kills. That's pretty insane. Still about 2 minutes to go, because I still won on my right flank, but I don't have enough units on my right, unfortunately for me. So here I try and disengage through his Syrian archers because I see his legatus is coming. Should have disengaged this way. Now I'm losing too many of my Cantabrian cavalry, and I don't have supporting units. So I get rear charged by his legatus, and his legatus is going to kill another cavalry unit. That's like the 4th cavalry unit his legatus kills. This is his legatus is beasting it right now. All those 72 kills are against cavalry. That is pretty impressive by his general. So now my veteran shield warriors are going to get decimated by Syrians. Just look at them, and I'm trying to spread them out as much as I can to get the biggest charge bonus ever. And I'm kind of charging into like Highamacus. Here he mismicros a little bit. He should have stopped my charge with the Vigiles, and then straight after that went into the Lusitania nobles. He waits until the very end to charge me, which I'm not quite sure why. Now my veteran shield warriors over here, of course they're going to end up losing. My Lusitania nobles, only 18 men left, they're going to lose. I'm just gonna pop headhunt anyway. Here the Vigiles will of course die to Lusitania nobles, but that's not going to matter, because he's gonna get some rear charges off with his legatus, and his legatus is going to chain route my army, I think. Because I still have this Lusitania noble on the field, but it would have been really hard for me to pull it out anyway at this point. It's rank 3, it's gained so much veterancy, it has 274 kills. Get some jabs off, again getting 4 more kills, but still at this point, this unit is just going to be routed off the field because of army losses, and now it's 1-1. You can see he deployed like 400 more than me, and his Vigiles actually got a surprising amount of kills. I'm not quite sure why. My nobles overall got a lot of kills in melee. Look at this veteran shield warrior. Some of my veteran shield warriors didn't though. My Scutari cav got some kills, as did the Cantabrian cav, but mostly I wanted to use the Scutari to get rid of his cavalry, which I did. His cavalry was didn't really do anything besides his legatus, so I thought that was good, but his archers did a lot of damage onto me, and his Highamacus just tanked it out super well for, I don't know why. Like, they did so much damage and they barely lost anything compared to my nobles, and they have the veteran shield warriors that didn't do so well. But anyway, that's game 2. I'll see you guys in game 3. This is game 3 again on Alexandria. I'm playing as Talus, and Highamacus is playing as Arverni. Let's see. This is my build, and I think it's a pretty damn strong build. I've got 4 Oathsworns. One of them is my general. He is a strategist. You can see I've also got 4 raiding horse and like 6 levy freemen, and basically this is my core. I'm gonna fast forward, by the way, because it's gonna be a long one as well. So 4 tribals, 4 Oathsworns, tribals on the flanks, and then 4 levy freemen up front, 1 levy freeman on each flank, so 6 in total. And I've got 2 raiding horsemen on each flank. I feel like this is such a solid build that I brought here. Can do a lot, and look at his heavy horse already taking so much damage. Both of them losing 1 man. Actually, no, that one didn't really lose 1 man, but this one did though. So I felt, again, I felt like this matchup was going to go very well for me. Last matchup didn't though, even though I thought it would go very well. It still didn't. So I was very, very confident, and upon seeing his build, which you'll see at some point soon. But yeah, I've got my levy freeman. I think I've got more than he does. I think he has 5 or something. And the peculiar thing is that I believe he only has 2 heavy horse. So I was counting around the map thinking, okay, where is his heavy horse? He only brought 2 heavy horse. Like, what is that? I'm very, very confused. And again, Windows, not sure what it's doing. It's doing its weird things. So my raiding horse over here is sitting around. Raiding horse here as well. So I do finally see a levy freeman over here. So I'm not going to continue pushing. I'm also resting my raiding horse, because I don't want them to be tired, because at that point they might just rout off the field. So here I get more shots off into his heavy horse. Nicely done. I'm going to try and do it again, but the levy freemen are very annoying. Very, very annoying actually. So Windows, please, why are you doing this to me? Why all these noises? What's happening? What is happening? See, I hear he doesn't. I think I actually waste one volley. I'm not sure. Probably not though. But I do know that I wasted some of his volleys, and I do get. I don't lose anything here. I do waste a volley actually, so that is good. Well, no, he wastes a volley, basically. So here again. Just skirmishing going on, skirmishing, skirmishing, and skirmishing. So he's finally gonna move up his whole force. My raiding horse are in position. I'm probably gonna move my raiding horse behind at some point, but no, actually I don't. It's like, and here starts the engagement. I get jabs off first, so that is going to be a good engagement for me. Here I'm gonna get 2 levy freemen up against 1 levy freeman, 1 levy freeman against 1. So this engagement should be won by me for sure, I think. Anyway, but I'm gonna pull back here because I want to make sure that my levy freemen live. Here somehow I'm not winning the engagement. He's starting to throw javelins, which is I guess why. But it's strange because he's doing a lot of friendly fire and he's wasting a lot of his javelins. Now I'm going to go in though with my tribals just to get rid of the levy freeman. I don't want the levy freeman to block my charges. So I'm going to end up going in. And here raiding horsemen are probably going to get some shots off, but no, I'm going to pull them back because I don't want him to throw some jabs into them. And he's actually kind of forming a box. And the Ulsworn here in the center for me is going to crush this levy freeman without a problem. But he's targeting my Ulsworn in the center. He wants to break my center real hard. I should have pulled back this Ulsworn right now. There's no need for me to engage here. I don't know why my tribal warrior is taking some damage here, but he's wasted, I believe, all his jabs on his units. And I don't know why I engaged here. This is pretty bad. And I also get hit in the rear. My Ulsworn, that is, so that's a very good charge by him. But this flank, I charged him and he didn't get the charges off, which I'm really happy about. And you can see because of that, my Ulsworns and tribals are really mopping up his chosens. He gets a nice real charge onto my tribals though, but this means that his heavy horse won't do too well. Raiding horse pulling away here, I lose a few of them. More jabs over here, don't really lose anything though. I should be giving an attacker on this levy freeman though to kill his. But here you can see my Ulsworn here in the center. This is the big problem for me because this unit is going to die. Here I'm going to get Levy Freeman and he doesn't get the charges off, and these guys do an air throw for some reason. Now I'm going to disengage them because I don't know what they're doing. I'm going to get Tribals in on this though, and they should mop up the Levy Freeman without a problem. Here I'm getting more jabs off with my Levy Freeman into his Chosens. Not engaging though, of course. Tribals, I'm going to engage here because I know this. I'm not really winning too much over here, and he's still not committing these Chosen Swordsmen, which I feel is a mistake for him. He did do nicely here and got to my Raiding Horsemen. I was being a bit too aggressive with Raiding Horsemen, I feel. And here, I'm not actually engaging, but I am firing at the right side of this Ulsworn, which is doing massive casualties. And somehow still my Ulsworn not winning this fight, despite what's happening. I even had to pop Headhunt, but it's still not hitting it, and mine is now going to be tired and his is active. So I'm not quite sure why my Ulsworn lost there. Here he actually, I think he gives an attacker on my general, so I'm like, okay, let's pull him out of here and stop him with a Levy Freeman. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do lots of HP damage to his Ulsworn, but I think he changes the attacker on his general, which is going to help it do better. Here I go into his Gallic Hunters with the Raiding Horsemen, but again, very weird charge. Sometimes units do stop, which I don't understand why while charging. I'm gonna rear charge this Chosen Swordsman, but it was in red morale. Now it's becoming steady. I don't understand why. My center is starting to collapse. This one Ulsworn only 51 kills. This tribal warrior is actually losing to Chosen Swordsman somehow. And here I'm going to have to engage Levy Freeman into Chosens, sadly, because I have to stop him. And here I'm going to get some shots off with my Levy Freeman into his Chosen Swords. Raiding Horse here getting the Gallic Hunters off the field. So I'm being a lot more active than he is and flanking a lot more as well, but it doesn't look that good for me at this point. And I'm going to get the Raiding Horseman again, rear charging his Heavy Horse and Gallic Hunters. But still not looking great for me, and this Levy Freeman is going to lose to his. Tribal Warriors here. I mean, the Tribals and the Oathsworns are killing his Chosens. But his Chosens have got quite a few kills only, so this is very, very good engagement for me. But these units refuse to rout. 24 men chase Chosen Swordsman and 62. Finally, they're gonna start wavering, but my Oathsworn routed off the field before they did. Here, so now here I should be disengaging, and I actually should be disengaging here and then going here, but I do see his Heavy Horse coming in. He's actually doing a massive mistake with his Heavy Horse rear charging, but not as massive as my mistake in the center, I guess, with the Oathsworn. Not the Oathsworn General, but the other Oathsworn. Going to activate Shield Wall now, and his unit, my unit is very tired, so I'm going to pop. Oh yeah, Headhunt just is off right now, so I'm gonna have to pop whatever that ability is. I'm going to do this any moment. But my right flank actually lost. Well, that was expected, I guess, because I didn't have as many tribals on the field. So I guess that is why. I'm gonna get some rear charges off with Raiding Horsemen over here into Celtic Youths. And right now it's very, very balanced, I guess, but it's looking good for him. I mean, I still have this Oathsworn over here and another tribal in great shape. But this tribal kind of gets like caught in the fight. I don't know why. And I'm gonna get my Oathsworn here into his Heavy Horse. Not sure why he wants to do this, but he does get some kills on my unit. However, the Heavy Horse is going to get mauled right now, especially with javelins thrown into them. So here I'm gonna get rear charges off, but his Chosen Swordsman doesn't rout even with the rear charge. It is wavering, but still not routing for me, for him, unfortunately. It actually is steady. It's still red morale, so I'm like, how am I? If I routed this unit, I thought this was going to go very well for me, but it's not routing. Another rear charge into it. It says shaken attacked in the rear, but it's not wavering anymore. I'm gonna get some rear charges off into his Oathsworns over here, but Levy Freemen are coming around, and I've got some units here that can do fairly well, but my tribals and Oathsworns, they might actually... Okay, they routed this unit, but it looks like the Levy Freeman is actually gonna be able to rout them. It's gonna get some Heavy Horse rear charges into my Oathsworns here, doing massive damage. And also more Chosen Swords over here, killing my tribals. And at this point, it's actually starting to look worse and worse for me. My tribals are off the field, and actually used this Heavy Horse in the late game. Very interesting way to use them in the late game compared to, say, like early game, to stop charges. And I guess it's a viable thing because it worked for him. But I really thought it wouldn't, because like he only brought 2 Heavy Horses. This is not a very standard build, I suppose. He didn't bring as many Oathsworns, and his mid-tier infantry is much, much worse compared to mine. But now my tribal's doing awkward things. My general is off the field though, so at this point it didn't really matter anyway, but still not quite sure what was happening. My Oathsworn over here is actually killing his Chosen Swordsman, but it's gonna get routed off the field. And this Levy Freeman, I guess I forgot about it, but it did come back. He forgot about the Levy Freeman unit over there as well. But it's obviously looking very good for him at the moment, because he still has his Oathsworn general left. And he didn't die, whereas my general actually died. So these tribals here are going to start routing off the field soon. And I don't have enough units left, of course. My tribals are off the field, so I actually lost with Tylus against Arverni, surprisingly. Again, don't fully understand what happened this game. Not quite sure why I lost. Again, both games 2 and games 3, I thought that I was taking really good engagements, but then it ended up not being so. Not quite sure why. But anyway, that was the match, so it looks like I'm going to be knocked out of the tournament. Congratulations to Highamacus, who will be advancing on to the next round. Hope you guys and girls enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment or subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video, and I'll see you next time.